Hey everyone, it's Miss Guy, and I am going to walk you through completing session 2. Session 2 is pretty important because this is the session where we start our e-text classwork that is graded within the e-text system. So as I reminded you in the welcome video and in the session 1 video, you have to have the electronic access code in order to access the textbook and the graded quizzes for this course. That will be the very first thing that you do for session 2. You are going to access the Revel textbook and you are going to read chapter 1 while completing the chapter 1 quizzes. So I am going to scroll up for you and show you this is the top of our Moodle course that you're seeing here, and then you're going to get into that textbook and course information section. This first link that you see is a quick start guide that will walk you through getting into Revel if you are having issues. Most students don't report issues because this is set up to be pretty friendly for students to get into. The very first time that you access, you are going to use this invitation link, and that invitation link is going to be the highway into our Revel course. Some of you may have used Pearson Revel before, and if you have, that's great, but you are going to have to access our course through the invitation link the very first time. So you will use this invitation link. It will walk you through setting up your account. Please make sure you use your Nash Community College student email account when you're setting that account up. Or if you already have an account, you will simply sign in. Once you have done that the first time and you have gotten into our 2023 Spring SOC 210 online course, you can then use this link here, the login site, and you can bookmark that on your own device, and then you can just access it through Pearson Revel. Or you can always come back here and use this login link. When you log into Pearson Revel, you are going to see our course. Now, mine is going to look different from yours because I'm an instructor, but essentially you'll see something that looks like this once you log in, and then you will select this button that says Open Revel. When you do that, you should see the assignment section on the left. Mine does not show that because mine looks very different from yours. However, you'll see a way to scroll through the chapter 1 on the left, and then you'll see the textbook readings on the right with arrows that you click through. You will read chapter 1 and you will complete the quizzes inside of chapter 1 as you go. So if you see here on the screen the textbook reading and quizzes section that I'm highlighting, that will be your first assignment for session 2. You will read chapter 1. As you are reading, there will be quiz questions that pop up. So through your reading, you will have 8 little quizzes, 3 to 5 questions, so 1.1 through 1.8. So that's 8 little quizzes that will pop up during the reading. And then once you get to the end of the chapter, so once you've read the entire chapter and you've done those little 8 quizzes, there will be a chapter 1 quiz waiting at the end for you. So that is how you are going to interact with course content and obtain course information that relates to our textbook. You're going to do something very similar to this just about every week. Every time we have a chapter, that is what you will do. You will read the chapter. There will be small quizzes throughout the chapter, and then there will be one big quiz at the end. Those quizzes earn you points. Those points will show up in the grade book once the deadline for the session passes, and those apply to your final course grade. If you miss the deadline for those quizzes, you are allowed to make them up at a 50% reduction. These quizzes are open to you in Pearson Revel 2 weeks before their deadline. So there is no entertaining, non-penalty points if you miss the deadline, because you have 2 whole weeks to get them done before the deadline passes. So that will be part of the late work policy that you have read in the syllabus. The next assignment for session 2 will be a journal. So every week you're going to have the chapter readings, the chapter quizzes, and a journal. I want you to pay close attention to the journal as I walk you through it today, because this is going to be a large portion of your grades this semester. So here you see on the screen the journal assignment and directions. So the first thing, ask you to watch this video here. This is a crash course video, and it's going to kind of give you a better understanding of those deep building blocks of sociology. When you first get started in this course, you might have to watch these videos more than once in order to let it kind of seep in and make you understand the vocabulary and the concepts. And it's okay, you can watch them more than once. So you're going to watch this video, and then you're going to go back to chapter 1 in the Pearson Revel e-text, and you're going to review the information in chapter 1 about the theories. So you'll read about the theories when you're doing the quizzes. You'll come in here and watch this video that goes in depth about the theories, and then go back to the textbook and review it. The more times you interact with the information, the more it's going to sink in. And eventually it'll be like, oh, yes, okay, I totally get it. I understand it here. Sometimes these vocabulary terms are a little challenging at first, so don't let that make you feel defeated. All right, so here we go. Once you've done all that, you're going to be ready to do your journal entry. Paying close attention to the formatting here. Okay, you are going to copy the formatting. So everything in between the 2 dotted lines here, you're going to copy. And then you're going to click this blue button here at the very bottom that says Start or Edit My Journal Entry. And when you do that, you're going to come to a screen that has an entry box. You're going to paste into that entry box. Now, I'm going to draw your attention to this bottom part here, because I want you to see how important these journal entries are. This is the one time each week that you are going to show me some college level writing that proves that you have interacted with the content and you understand what I'm asking you to review. You will be graded on content and grammar. This is college level writing. You are going to answer these journal questions in complete sentence form and in paragraph form. So complete sentences and paragraph for each entry item is required for full credit. And then when you're done, you're going to reread your entry, you're going to proofread it, and then you'll submit. So everywhere you see up here in purple is where I expect you to have a response that is in complete sentences and in a paragraph form. When you paste into your entry box, that purple color is not going to come over. So once you go in here, you will highlight here You can type in your response, your paragraph, complete sentence response, and then when you're done, you can go in here and you can change the color. Whatever color you want to choose other than the black font that I have set up for the format. So each one of your responses will go here in paragraph form. You can change the font color. Now this change in the font color is sort of a tricky way to get you used to making sure that you have actually answered thoroughly in paragraph form each one of the entries. Once you believe you have done all of that, once you have changed your paragraphs to a different color font, and once you have proofread your journal entry, you are going to click this blue button here in the bottom left-hand corner that says Save Changes. When you click that button that says Save Changes, that will submit it directly to me. So make sure you click Save Changes. Now, I'm not going to submit Save Changes because I have already gone in here and made sure that everything's working, and it's going to give me an error message when I try to submit a journal entry. So that is all you will do for session 2. I hope that this week will be a smooth week for you as you kind of get into our weekly routine of work. Please make sure that you reach out to me immediately via email if you have a question, and I'll be happy to answer back. Just please make sure that you say, I am in your SOC 210 online course. That way I know what you're asking. I'm teaching 3 different sociology courses this semester. Some of them are face-to-face and some of them are online. So I need you to make sure that you tell me you're in SOC 210 and that you're in online. That way I can better help you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope chapter 1 is sort of intriguing, kind of gets you started thinking about society and how people behave inside of the world.